Hi friends, I am excited about today. I have a twofer. I have my very first September 2020 layout for Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I am on the design team and I'm super excited about the idea that's starting to come into my head. And I also am taking part in the Scrappy Sisters Scrap September hop that's happening all month. And my directive, or the thing I chose, the prompt I chose was white background because that is the hardest background for me to do. And I like to do whatever's hardest for me to do so I get better at it. Now, in my Not Just for Boys Kit Club kit, this kit's called Vivid, by the way, and it's the main theme kit. There is this piece of paper that is one of the most beautiful things in the history of ever. It is from Ella and Viv Paper Company, which I had never heard of, so it's exciting. And it's Oxidation. It's a single-sided piece of paper, so I'm going to use the back side. And I'm going to use the front side, because this time I was smart enough to say, do you have an extra paper pack? And they sent it, so I actually have enough pattern paper. I run out because I use pattern with pattern with pattern all the time. So I know I want to use that with this white piece of paper, and I'll show you why shortly, and you'll say, oh yeah, you had to, right? But then this Amy Tangerine late afternoon piece of paper, it is called Make-A-Wish. It is photorealistic blurriness on the background with these gorgeous, gorgeous flowers that look like a painted thing on the foreground, and I want to fussy cut a bunch of them out. Not really sure why, but I want to. So I know that. Great. So let me show you the photos real quick. I have these two photos right here. This is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It's called Tequamanon Falls. Probably can't say that many times in a row. And they're beautiful. This makes it look small. They're actually pretty massive. And this is my son and his girlfriend, and they went on an adventure in northern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula in August of 2020. So if you look here, the falls always have this look like fall leaves. They always have this coppery color coming off, and even the water picks up that coppery color. I'm sure that it's a combination of fall leaves and the fact that there's a lot of copper mining was done in that area at one point. Not sure why, but that's what I think. Awesome. Okay. Now let me show you some of the things I'm bringing in. Not Just for Boys Kit Club now has this fancy machine that can cut things. So I'm going to use this plastic piece. I'm sure it's made out of acrylic or whatever. As part of my title will be Explorer Tequamanon Falls State Park. So these little letters, which are in a bit of a coppery color, are from Magical Forest crepe paper. And when I first received it, I'm like, wow, that looks kind of little. I was able to get that big honkin' title out of it, and I have a ton of vowels left. So that's amazing. So I have that. Let me move that to the side. Now, I went into the kit, and I always like to go into the big kit and pull out whatever I think I'm going to use on this layout or anything that kind of matches. So we have this Amy Tangerine set of die cuts, and I just pulled anything out that I was feeling, quite frankly. That's how I picked these things. So I have them on my desk in front of me. Do I think I'll use them all? Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But I like to have them front and center. And this trim, it's like velvety and gorgeousness. This was in our kit, and that matches perfectly this really gorgeous turquoise Explorer word. So I have that on my desk in the event that I'm motivated. Great. The next thing I have is this really gorgeous set of buttons. You know how I like the packaging for Not Just for Boys. So they look like they have a ledger print on top of buttons. So that's gorgeous, bringing out some of these brownish colors. I brought out the stamp, which is just beautiful. Might be bringing in a little bit of brown ink for that. The brown ink I keep on my desk. It's not a big deal. It's from All My Memories. It is in chocolate. I have no idea where I even got it from. Oh, it's by Ranger. Look at that. So, so that I have a charcoal color one and a brown one on my desk all the time. And then finally, look at these little treasures. Look at these little pearly bits. They are gorgeous. So we have a really nice deep chocolate brown, a pale blue, and then a pearly pearl color. So these are absolutely gorgeous. And we have tons and tons of them. So that will be taking the place of enamel dots or something like that for me. So now I'm going to go ahead and trim. Well, gosh, I don't even know how I want to use this yet. Okay, my plan is to get a plan. That's a very good plan. I know I want to incorporate stamping as part of my white background. I know that. I know I want to do that with brown. I know I need to fussy cut some of these gorgeous floral, delicious, yummy things. And then I'll come back and let you know where I am. Okay, give me a minute. Alrighty, so I fussy cut this ridiculously beautiful paper out. I am loving it. It's going to be here-ish. I wanted a little bit of white between each of them. And my photos are going to be here-ish. So I wanted to have 5. I have 5. I have my title that we talked about, and I'm going to make sure it stays pretty close to the photos. So what I think I better do is get these pieces, I'm going to get these pieces adhered. I'm going to mat my photo separately. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and mat my photos separately onto this paper. Awesome. And then I want to get some of the stamping in. So let me get all of these pieces attached down, but I did want to show you where I was going with this so far. And let me tell you, I am loving it, but it's a white background. It's so scary. Give me a minute. All right, my desk is now officially a disaster because I keep playing with all of the things. So everything that's on my page right now is attached down. I'll try to get that stuff moved out of the way because I know it's a little distracting because it's so pretty. So I want to bring in a little bit more of a turquoise shade because my explore word is turquoise. So I was looking at these beautiful little banner pieces, and I think I'm going to go ahead and layer them up and create a cute little banner bit right here. I'm going to shorten him up and pop that one there, and I'll have a cute little banner piece to put on. That's going to work for me. So let's go ahead and do that. Just wanted to see how it needed to look. So this is my centerpiece. And then I decided, because things changed every second I am doing this, I seem to have a different idea or way I want this to go. I'm going to use this ink here. It's in a charcoal color instead of brown because there is so much black in this. And I also don't want to take away from the really rich tones that are in the falls here, as well as in my oxidized looking paper. So that's where that thought process came in. So now my banner bits are in, and I'm going to do some nice subtle stamping all through this background with all of my cute little words here that are in the kit. And once I have the stamping done, I'll come back and we'll finish this off together. Alrighty, I wanted to show you my stamping I did, and what I did was second generation stamping quite on purpose, and then I kept going with it. See how you see kind of the fade out? So what I mean by that, let me come in. Not most, some people know what I mean and some people don't. So this is the word create, right? So this is the first generation stamp. Then that's the second, and then the third, and then the fourth. So however many times you go, you get a lighter and lighter and lighter stamp. Now the reason why I did that is because I didn't want a super bold stamp. I wanted it to truly stay in the background where you could see it and kind of think it looks cool, but it wasn't like the thing. Yeah, that made sense to nobody. Anywho, but that's what I did with that. So this side is done. I'm trying to keep this side there, and that was on my first generation stamping and seeing if I liked it. And I can still use this side. Don't worry, I did not harm fully that paper in that process. Okay, So now what else do I have that I want to use with this? I have these really, really great buttons, and I think I'm gonna make sure to get a few of these on. I also have these little bits here. These were some of the asterisk-y kind of things that went with my, there we go, that went with my title. So I'm gonna get a couple of these pieces on, maybe bring in a couple of enamel dots from a previous collection or two. Oh, I don't have to. I have my pearls. I forgot I have my pearls. All right, I'm super excited. These are one of my very favorite things. So let's see what we can do here. Now these, I told you, are so cool because it looks like they're little ledger pieces. So let me kind of design where I might want to go with those. So maybe right here, because I had a little bit of stamping bits go there. So let's get those down. Now here's the last question I have. I'm wondering if I have any form of a mist that's more of a bronzy color, because I definitely don't want to bring gold in on this. So that's going to be one of those things to try to figure out. I want to make sure that we look right at that title. All right, so here is my third little bit down here. So a bit of a visual triangle, not super, super strong. All right, let me go ahead and spill some of the, oh, and I have these beautiful little bits from my title work. Let's use those. I love it anytime you can get those little punctuation pieces in. I really like that. Not that they're punctuation, but you know, like how you can get hearts or stars or what have you in there. That always makes me happy. All right, so these light blue ones are beautiful. So let me get a giant light blue one in. Right there. I can get a smaller light blue one in. Come here, smaller light blue one. I don't know if we have tiny ones with this one. I have to look. I have to see the what's what. I am totally good no matter what, because I love these little guys, but I don't know till I spell it. Okay, so we have gigantic and medium. Gotcha. Yeah. Just seeing how they manufactured these little fellas, and I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. So I have appropriate amounts of bits. Now I'm thinking of just bringing in some really simple mist or something, because I like this. I have a white background, super hard for me, as I keep whining about. So let me see if I have a little bit of mist to sprinkle on, and we might be finishing this up. Give me a second. Alrighty, so let me go ahead. I think I'm going to tack down a couple of these alphas with a little liquid adhesive. No big deal. I handled them over and over, so of course they're not wanting to cooperate with me very much at this point because I was a little too feelsy with it, I think. So what am I doing now? I'm having a hard time with the fact that my background is so clean. So I am smudging it just a little bit, coming down a little bit across my title and a bit of a diagonal. I don't want to cover up much of my stamping. I just want to make a little tiny bit of a mess. So that will be it for this layout. I'm going to show you a close-up of it in just a second. I wanted to get some of this kind of brownish mist on here. And it's so funny because it reminds me of Tequamanon. Okay, now this will dry a little bit lighter than what you see right now. I'll show you a couple of the bits that are already dry so you can see how that will go. There we go. All right, let me put that to the side, move this, and I will show you this layout using these beautiful, beautiful things. And everything but the mist and my ink ended up being from this one kit. So how great is that, that we had all of these beautiful things included in this kit. All right, that's it for today, friends. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will leave the links for everything to do with Not Just for Boys Kit Club, as well as, well, you'll see this video because it's on YouTube for Scrappy Sisters Scrap September. All right, that's it for today. Bye-bye, friends. I just realized I wanted to show you how much nicer that mist is drying. See, there's a dark one and there are the light ones. So it is matching pretty nicely and it is looking ever so cute. Okay, that's really it. Bye-bye.